Alright, let me straighten this arm out. I finally got me an arm to hold my phone while I do this live thing in Maziz. But I'm in my bed, so this is where we gonna be going live from because you know why? Because it's dangerous outside. It's too dangerous to go outside. It's too dangerous to go outside and play. So I gotta stay in the house in my bed. But I just wanted to, everybody is giving their 2 cents. So I wanted to give mine about the Tory and Meg situation. This camera still ain't straight. I guess I get used to this thing eventually. Yeah, so situation is I gotta stop playing with this so I can say what I'm saying. I'ma just have to sit still. Anyway, my take on it is that Meg Thee Stallion, she's a damn good rapper. I think she came with like a style and just like Pop Smoke. It signifies like the younger generation, and she's a very good artist. Such a good artist that Jay-Z wanted to help her out of her messed up contract and take her under his management. Where he at now, not saying nothing about this situation, I guess, you know, for legal reasons, people being hush about it, else, them rich guys could get sued, you know what I'm saying? So he probably being quiet because, the whole story ain't come out yet. But Meg Thee Stallion is a damn good. What she doesn't realize, and if you're watching Meg, what you don't realize is that you're new talent, you're valuable, um, you got swag, you know, but you also like a friendly type person, and you get along with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And that's good for the industry. But is that good for your safety? Is that good for your safety to be, you might have to change the type of person, the friendly person that you are, because people think they see you with a lot of people because, she's loose like that. But I just think it's your personality. I think you're a friendly type person, and these are the type of people that come into the industry. People that like to be around, sociable and be around other people. Now, we're going to get to the night of this, whatever happened with the shooting. I don't know if Tory directly shot Meg in the foot or if he was trying to scare her and shoot the ground and it ricocheted back up into her feet, because for it not to hit no bone, like when I touch the top of my feet, I feel bone everywhere. Only place I might not feel no bone, well, I still feel bone on my heel, so if it was me, I probably wouldn't be walking. So with her, she's lucky because, I guess she blessed and highly favored, and, she probably should have had some insurance on them feet because she's, a dancer. She like to bounce, you know, twerk or what have you. My only issue with Meg was always being in a two-piece like bra and panties or bathing suit. But I guess, I'm older. That's probably her style, her image that she came in with, like a Wonder Woman type, a character figure, stallion, or whatever the situation is. But, you know, not knocking her body because she has a beautiful body. But that was my only issue. Um, and if you with men, and they may pick you up for that reason because they see a beautiful body, but then after you get with them they might get jealous and don't want you to look like that all the time, because once they got you they don't want no other nigga looking at you, you know what I'm saying? So once a nigga gets you, he probably don't want you to dress revealing and attract other men. So, but that still has nothing to do with the shooting. With the shooting, from what I see, because y'all went live with Kylie Jenner in the pool, and even though Meg said that has nothing to do with the situation, that y'all was away from Kylie Jenner's house by the time the shooting situation took place or the argument took place. But what I'm gonna say that I seen in that live with Kylie Jenner is I seen one man, Tory, and I seen two women. You understand what I'm saying? So I seen Meg and Kylie Jenner. Right? So he's surrounded by women. I don't see no other men in the shot. And then when the police pull the vehicle over, it's Tory with a bunch of women. So I think what it came down to that night was, maybe some drinking or some drugs was involved. You get loose, when you're feeling nice. And he might have been hitting on other women or all the other women, because just like Meg the Stallion, a good up and rising female artist, that's talented. So is Tory. You know what I'm saying? He's also been on the rise, and the first time I seen them together is Quarantine Radio, when he had his Quarantine Radio was popping, around the time the pandemic had first started. Um, he did this Quarantine Radio on Instagram, and May came over, and she was twerking for his Instagram people, and I seen that, and I said, oh, they must be liking each other, they must be together, you know what I'm saying? That's when I felt like a relationship was on between the two of them. So if a relationship was on between the two of them, and argument, fight, or shooting took place, this is a domestic violence situation, and this is no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's a domestic violence situation, and it ain't no joke. And the other thing is Tory Lanez, his position in the street. I'm not really sure if he's gang affiliated or whatever the situation is, but for him to have a gun, whoever gun it was, I'm quite sure it's like a no snitching policy that they have with black. They expect for us all to abide by that, but um, I would say that originally she said that she was cut by glass, and obviously she didn't want to say what really happened. Maybe she didn't want to get him in trouble, or like she said, an argument ensued. She left out of the vehicle. Somebody uh, reached out, I guess, and was shooting a gun. I don't know if it was Tory Lanez, because now it's other people in the vehicle, which is, I think, two other females or whatever the situation is, or one other female. So now if her back is turned, you can't really see who fired the shots. Who gun it was, I don't know. I guess that's for, the case to arise. But I'm surprised surprised that the police are taking a long time because usually, they pick a nigga up right away. But I guess Meg got money behind her and Tory got, lawyers and money behind him, waiting for them to make a move or whatever the situation is. You know what I'm saying? Because what Meg has says is that originally she didn't tell the police the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So lying to the police could be a charge right there too for her. And for Tory, if they're gonna up the charges that he shot at her feet or whatever the situation is, then that's gonna be a serious situation. He's not from the United States, and I guess he's from Canada or wherever. He might be deported or might be in big trouble. I'm not sure what the situation is gonna boil down to, but I feel like everybody else was saying, like, I don't care if you a short dude and a skinny dude and you have a female like she's way taller than you and heavier than you. I have a nephew that's was born an incubator baby, and he always have women that's bigger than him, and he's a short thing, and he's still stronger. Men has men's strength, and they still stronger, even though the woman is towering over you. Um, Men still have men's strength, even if they skinny and even if they short. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't say, well, she was winning a fight and he had to pull a trigger, anything like that. And it's too much gunplay in the black community. That's another thing that's going on. It's too much like gunplay going on. Like I be saying in other videos, we worse than slavery days, what we doing to each other, shooting each other and killing each other. And, you know, we should stop the gang culture and stuff like that, because we not doing nothing but harming each other and stuff like that. We should have a more togetherness, because we built this country and stuff like that. So we shouldn't be self-destructing. We should be proud of each other, that our ancestors built this country. So we do have something to be proud of, even though slavery was like, something demeaning, and it had us classified as 100% human beings and stuff. They was treating us like properties. But if you turn around and look at this country was built on our ancestors' backs. So I mean, we could switch our mentality, like Akon was saying. A lot of Africans don't dwell on slavery. They, in Africa, they try to just move forward with their life, and because that could be a depressing situation that just have everybody bipolar. Everybody be a Kanye West. I'm already on his team. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of us bipolar people already. So, um, yeah, with the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation, two good artists. Two good artists. I think she should have had some insurance. Y'all need to get some insurance on your body parts that y'all use the most, like feet, dancing on feet, and stuff like that, just in case things like this happen. You'll have insurance. What's gonna happen moving forward? I don't know. I thought when she came out yesterday with the fact that she said, yeah, you did shoot me and all of that stuff like that. Because I guess through his publicist or whatever, they might have been saying something or whatever. I didn't see that part, but made her come out and say that he did it intentionally. So to me, if y'all was in a relationship, that's domestic violence. That would be like domestic violence to the thousands, because you know usually guys beat up a woman to the point where she shook and she don't want to be around him no more. She want to run and go hide into a woman's shelter or something like that. But in this situation, um, y'all was playing with guns. Y'all probably was high. He probably was playing gangster, and his intentions was probably to miss, but to make you scared and hop around like ooh 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 ooh. But in all actuality, the fragments, I guess, hit you in the foot. You said you were shot in the foot, so I don't know. I'm not a doctor. If the bullets went directly, but I don't see how it didn't hit no bones, because everybody who touch their feet say they don't feel nothing but bones. So if it just hit that back heel, that meaty part of whatever the situation is, I guess you is lucky. I guess God was on your side. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta realize who you are out there. A lot of artists, you know, Meg, you should already know you need to have security. I guess you thought that Tory was security, but sometimes, you know, you hang with niggas and you don't really see their other side. You don't see that side to them until they get drunk or they get high. You don't see their crazy side, until they under the influence, or they showing off around, other women, or they feel like, they don't want to respect you tonight. They don't want to give you all the attention. They want to share their attention with other women, out. Like, I don't know if that was a good idea to go to a pool party with a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have just got together with your girls or whatever the situation is, um, and some security. You know what I'm saying? But to take your man to a pool party where there's gonna be other sexy women there, and he's gonna be drinking or something like that, and not, you know, playing around or showing interest or complimenting other women, you know what I'm saying? That right there could trigger some jealousy. So I'm thinking that Meg said she didn't, but she might have got a little jealous. He might have been showing Kylie some interest, or her girlfriends, or whatever the situation is. But you got to remember who he is. He's also a big star too. You understand what I'm saying? He's also a talented rapper, and I believe R&B. I think Tory sings too. So his career was on the rise too. And also Meg came into the picture, and one of the best female, I would say, best female rap artists for today. Like, no, she don't have enough time in to be the best, or whatever the situation is. But for new artists like Pop Smoke, you know what I'm saying? I missed him. I was looking forward to hearing a lot of stuff from him. So I put them on the same level where, they both came into the game with unique style, and I like the style of rapping. So um, what's going to come out of this? You wouldn't want to say. I wouldn't want to say I want to see either person's career messed up if Megan's not don't want to talk and take the stand and be all in court and stuff like that. Then stop right here, chill out right here. But then if you stop right here and chill out right here, what's gonna correct Tory if he is wild and crazy like that? You let this thing slide, and then he hurt another female. You understand what I'm saying? So he need to, you know, get some help. If that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? And I think what it was probably more like trying to scare her and shoot at the ground, but maybe the bullet ricocheted up and actually hit in her feet. But hit her in 2 feet, that's crazy. But the lucky thing is that you know, that he didn't aim any higher. You know what I'm saying? Because Pop Smoke just got killed right up there in them hills, and so could she have. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, are y'all starting on the women now? Like niggas been killing each other in the industry for forever. Or y'all starting to, aim at the women with the weapons and stuff like that. Like we have to protect ourselves, with weapons and stuff like that. I hope that's not the case. And you know, if it sounds like a domestic situation because I think that they were in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So um, I just wish the best for both parties. I wouldn't wish somebody go from being a celebrity top, doing well financially, celebrity wise, fame wise, to jail. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wish that on nobody. But if Tory, if he shot her, then he need to get some help. You know what I'm saying? He definitely need to get some help. Everybody say he needs to be banned from the country and everything like that. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if she still have feelings for him and she's not trying to, you know, see him uh, get in big trouble or whatever the situation is, because she throwing threats and stuff like that. But in order to really make a case, I guess you would have to go to the precinct, go make your statement, go write it down on a piece of paper, and then they would make their move. But just talking talking on social media, I don't know, they might investigate that way too. But I think she would have to go down to the precinct and make a valid statement and probably sign some papers. And no, she wouldn't be a snitch because y'all got this snitch thing all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? A snitch is somebody that y'all was doing dirt together, like Tekashi 6ix9ine. You was doing dirt together, and then y'all all get locked up, and one decide that he gonna tell on everybody else in order to lighten his sentence. Now, the only thing with that's a iffy situation there for me too with Tekashi 6ix9ine, because once you make somebody a victim, and I've been victimized, you know what I'm saying? I've been, somebody that was down with the crew and then all of a sudden kicked out and victimized. I've experienced that in the street. And once you victimize me, once you victimize somebody, um, they have every right to go against you, to retaliate back. Because if they victimized him and kidnapped him, then he probably was scared for his life. You just take somebody and drive off with them. You already know these niggas is crazy, and they go to your house and steal all your jewelry. They go straight to your door. You know what I'm saying? So they victimized him to the utmost point where he didn't have no way out. You understand what I'm saying? They knew where he lived. They was messing with his girl. They could snatch him up, and kidnap him and take him anywhere. So with all of that and stuff like that, with doing all that, you victimize somebody. And when you get locked up, you can't expect that person to say, okay, I'm going to be behind the wall with y'all for 10, 15, 20 years. And so I'm going to just be locked up with y'all and be a victim in here with y'all when I have a career outside. You know what I'm saying? I have a multi-million-dollar career. I was on top of my game. If y'all would have just played y'all cards right as a management team, um, and stayed away from and pulled away from the gangster stuff and seen the talent, then everybody could have just been getting money, and that would have been the end of the story. But everybody wanted to play gangster, run around and support all of the taunting, gangsters in every city and stuff like that. So now Once you started doing that, you know, and now you had to hold tight. You had to hold tight to, your guns and stuff like that, because you start taunting niggas in Chicago, you started taunting niggas in New York, you start taunting niggas in California, in the worst places where we've lost, like Biggie, Tupac, and all of that stuff like that, where, niggas don't play no games, you know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't know. How do you let one young kid come in there and just boss the whole situation and give orders and stuff? I guess because he had the money doing the shows, and I'll pay whoever to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? The niggas is like raising their hands. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Nah, you just can't just do anything for money. And not only that, everything that Tekashi was doing was on camera. You understand what I'm saying? We was just like watching it, like watching every move, watching everything on TV. You know what I'm saying? And as he was going to uh, the Breakfast Club, to the radio stations and stuff like that, you could see right there he had no way out. You know what I'm saying? But to work with the feds. If you couldn't read between those lines, then you're crazy, because he was like leaving his team. Where you going? Made trouble all in the street and stuff like that. You're leaving your team. Who you getting with? You got to be getting with the feds. And right now, I've seen Mysonne get with Akon, and downing him about working with Tekashi 6ix9ine, but for one, my son, you gotta understand that, you know, you supposed to be fighting for the rights, of black people, Black Lives Matter. You fighting that image, and I think that's supposed to be a positive, like, image. You're on the positive side of the black men development, you know what I'm saying? Not on the negative side no more, where you say, oh, no snitching, you gotta stick to codes of the streets. You gotta leave that stuff alone and let people know that if you don't want to do the crime, don't do the time. Get up out of the gang shit. Start moving the gangs up out of these cities, because they used to be in L.A. How did Bloods and Crips and all of that stuff come from L.A. and go into everybody else's cities? Now all our kids and stuff like that don't have no which way to go. As they growing up, they have to choose a gang now. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all let that thing go haywire like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing you need to do. And that interview did sound a little crazy with Akon, because Akon is building a city in Africa, and you trying to tell him street code and no snitching in jail and stuff like that. He not on that level. He on a different kind of level. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, Tekashi 6ix9ine, believe it or not, he has a big fan base. You know what I'm saying? He got millions of people, and not only do he have a hip hop fan base, but I guess he do Spanish music or whatever the situation is, and he was doing that. I didn't know Akon said that he was doing that before hip hop or whatever the situation is. So uh, for Mysonne to be speaking on Tekashi 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine is a bigger artist than you are, and I understand your principles and stuff like that, but you trying to stick to streets, and we're trying to clean up the streets. We're trying to clean up the mentality. We're trying to get these boys, into suits and ties and office work and paperwork and school and education. You understand what I'm saying? We're trying to, switch the narrative from, the gangster stuff, from, the Al Pacino, from the Scarface, from the Godfather and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to stop the violence, you know, on each other. Mainly if you say Black Lives Matter, but do Black Lives Matter to black people? You understand what I'm saying? To each other. Do we love each other? Do we care about each other? Do our lives matter to each other? Or we just want to jump out and fight every time a white officer kill a black guy or any officer kill a black man or a black woman, but thousands of black on black are killing each other. Within Chicago, New York is getting bad, and Brooklyn and all of that stuff like that. Let's try to slow that down. Let's see if we could do anything, job wise, ask the government for jobs, ask them for recreation, ask them for buildings so that we could put, stuff in their gyms or whatever we have to do, clean up the music industry, ask the music industry to stop allowing gang activity and gangster music to control the industry, the hip hop industry. Let's make some rules. Let's put a ban on. You know, if you killed somebody, you know what I'm saying. You gonna come in here and be a hip hop star. Let's change that. Let's say you're not allowed. So you understand what I'm saying? Let's change the type of music we do. We could do political music where we can control the voting power. We could put the whatever president, Democratic or Republican, in office. You understand what I'm saying? If we be more political in our music and our talents and stuff like that. So let's get away from you know when they shooting music videos and it's gangs and it's all that guns and stuff like that. That should be banned. You know what I'm saying? That should be banned from the industry. We shouldn't allow these record executives and record labels and stuff like that to allow this to continue to go on. You know what I'm saying? That self-destruction, and you know the mothers gotta be concerned about their sons, and now we gotta be concerned about our daughters. The girls is getting shot now. You know what I'm saying? Little kids and babies and stuff like that. You can't even walk to the store with your babies in a stroller no more. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want it to get any worse. And we in a pandemic. We should be, you know, trying to save each other, in a disaster. Not kill each other more, or things getting worse like the drill music is getting crazy in Brooklyn. That need to slow down. You know what I'm saying? That need to move out and slow down. You know what I'm saying? And it's so many sets of Bloods, so many sets of Crips and GDs and BDs. I can't even keep up with it. The Mexicans and all kind of different ones and stuff like that. I can't even keep up with it, much less going into like skinheads and all kinds of the white ones and stuff like that. I don't get involved with all of that stuff. I stay in a neutral corner because I don't ever want to see myself living in nobody's jail. Okay, so that's my piece. I haven't been saying nothing in a while, and I'm live from my bed. I got my little arm, bought a little arm to hold my phone for me, so I don't have to be holding it in my hand no more. But y'all stay safe out there. Protect the woman and the kids and stuff. It's getting to the point where y'all don't care about women and kids. Protect us. Us women and kids, and know your value when you're out there. I think that, Meg just thought that, she just could go out there and just be hanging out and stuff like that. Once Jay-Z said, hey, come over here, I'm trying to straighten out your situation. Um, you in a bad contract, I want to manage you over here. Once he said that, you automatically know you got picked up from somebody that has a good, eyes and ears, your image and your sound and stuff is all good and stuff like that. So, I'm sorry to say, but you have to isolate yourself at that point. You know what I'm saying? I stay isolated and, I ain't even famous, you know what I'm saying? So, if you make the Stallion, you definitely popping right now, you have to be isolated. You just can't go everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And how you got back on your feet so quick, I do not know. But get some insurance on your feet Everybody's talking about you right now. You're dropping music. Keep on dropping it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what's gonna happen with this case or what have you, but I don't think you're a snitch if you go to the police or if you get on the stand and say what you gotta say because uh, your back is going to be up against the wall just for the fact of lying to the police initially. You know what I'm saying? Because if you claim that Tory shot you, then Tory's attorney is gonna, he's not just anybody. His attorney gonna come out and say, well, she initially said she's a liar because she initially said that she had glass in her feet. You understand what I'm saying? So you're gonna be up against some high-powered attorneys. Stop blurting things out and get with your attorney. And let your attorney speak for you, and you may have already said too much. Okay, so y'all stay quiet and let your legal teams deal with this situation. I know that the fans and social media is thirsting, for the information and everything like that. I'm talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I done listened to what everybody else had to say about it, and um, it's an unfortunate situation. To me, this is a domestic violence situation. To me, this is a situation where I think y'all was in a relationship and you didn't know this nigga was that crazy, or he got drunk and he tried to probably scare you and fire some shots. Or you said it was intentionally or whatever, so I don't know if the bullets went straight or if you fragments hit you up in your feet, But a lot of people say, they need the whole story to come out to see because when we feel down in our feet, we feel nothing but bone. You know what I'm saying? So you said it didn't hit no bone. Um, I don't know. So I don't know how to even end this. It's like, yeah, girls, be safe out there. I have a daughter myself too. Uh, I had hoped for a son, but God knows that I didn't need a son for me to have a son, and then these gangs to kill my son and for me to bury my son. So he gave me a daughter, but I still got worry about my daughter too. You know what I'm saying? If they could shoot Meg, you know what I'm saying, and she's a celebrity up there, you know what I'm saying. Anybody else could get it too. Alright, so I didn't even want to be this long winded. I was gonna just do like 5 minutes or something like that, but yeah, stay safe out there, and look out for one another. Like, what's going on? Mainly in these in the good neighborhoods, like y'all catching each other, just like FBG Duck. He got killed in like a shopping area, a good downtown shopping area. Like, niggas is following niggas, you know what I'm saying? So y'all just be safe out there, watch your backs and watch how you move, That right there, this right here, show you gotta be careful how you move. You gotta stay isolated. Um, that's one of the things that go with fame and stuff like that. You gotta kind of like stay isolated, and that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because you be sitting in a beautiful house or the beautiful hotel, and it be boring, and everything is clean, and the maid done cleaned up, and you want to hang out and stuff like that. You want to be on the block and stuff like that, but you can't because you're a celebrity now. So you got to stay isolated when you go out. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, he going everywhere with security and stuff like that. That's why ain't nobody putting their hands on him because they think that the boys that he running with is not just any old boys. Those is probably feds and stuff like that. So y'all be safe out there. It's to a point where a motherfucker be trying to make it famous and rich and famous, and with all of the stuff going on, it make you second guess, do you want money? You know what I'm saying? It make you second guess, do you want fame and stuff like that. Let me just lay low. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm off this. Let me see, how do I stop this? I'm gonna tap it. Oh, I didn't mean to go back live again. Yeah, I want to stop streaming. Peace, y'all. I'm out.